For many students, enrolling in a school can be a daunting experience. It may mean traveling through new neighborhoods, meeting new people, familiarizing oneself with new teachers and support staff, enrolling in untried courses, and indeed becoming immersed in a whole new school system. This experience can certainly evoke feelings of excitement, nervousness, alienation, loneliness, and in some cases even anger. Having worked with English language learners for many years, I can tell you that these students also go through the entire gamut of emotions and more, regrettably much more. I have the honor of teaching at a secondary school in the northwest part of the city, Toronto, where close to 60% or 600 students are identified as English language learners. Most students are either from the Middle East or from North Africa. We also have a strong contingent of students from the Caribbean islands. Most students have been in the country for a short time, some for only a few days when they present themselves at our school. Many of our students report having been affected by some form of poverty, war, squalor, racism, and in some cases, regrettably, violence and death. And having been uprooted from their home countries, they've had to live in fear for years, and in some cases for most of their young lives. These same students were compelled to abandon their belongings, leave behind friends and family, and renounce their rich cultural and religious practices. What they have refused to let go, however, is their hopes, aspirations, and dreams. Many of these students and their families have made tremendous sacrifices to come to this wonderful country. Rather than traversing streets, they have crossed oceans. They have moved from country to country, and along the way, some have assumed different names. They have learned different languages. They have been exposed to different cultures and cultural practices. These are the students with which I have the privilege to work each day. These are the students that are the focus of the York University ESL AQ courses. Whether it be learning about the initial reception of students, the welcoming procedures adopted in schools, the acculturation process, about effective teaching techniques, appropriate assessment strategies, theories of second language acquisition, the primary focus of all three courses remains the academic success of these students as well as their emotional well-being. Although initially these students may not be proficient in the English language, I am sure you will agree they have many rich experiences, stories, and life lessons which, if given the opportunity, they would very much enjoy sharing, if they are given the opportunity. All three ESL AQ courses arm teachers such as us with critical knowledge required to unleash the knowledge these students bring to our classrooms. The courses provide a wealth of strategies and best practices which make for an optional learning environment where these students can thrive. Teachers acquire the necessary skills and confidence to advocate for these worthy programs and the many students who benefit from them. You will hear firsthand that Ontario ESL programs are not simply remedial programs. They are truly life-changing. They're enriching. The ministry documents are clear. As was said in the earlier presentation, every teacher is an ESL teacher. It truly takes a village to raise a child, and in this regard, everyone from school secretaries, custodial staff, administrators, support workers, etc., are critical in ensuring that these students succeed. All three York ESL AQ courses build on the teachers' legal and moral obligations and deepen their understanding about creating inclusive, equitable, and safe learning environment that addresses the diversity of these learners. Today I have the privilege of introducing you to three students who have benefited from these programs. Some are currently enrolled in the program, some have moved to post-secondary institutions. The student voices are a testament to the important work teachers and indeed our school boards do for the betterment of these students and their families. They're an inspiration and the cornerstone of each of the ESL AQ courses that we offer through York. From left to right, we have Sarah Mika, Quirkus, and Alexandra Tsaplina. Let me first thank you for attending today. I hope we have enough, let me see, leeway here. So if you would, please, introduce yourself and tell us what country you're from. Go ahead.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Middle East, from Iraq.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gorgas. I am from actually Middle East too, from Iraq. And I arrived to this country on April 13, 2011.
Hello everyone, my name is Alexandra and I'm 15 years old and I'm from Ukraine city, Uzhhorod. Thank you.
So if you would share your experience about your journey to Canada, any trouble you've experienced, any feelings you've experienced, etc.
Okay, so the war started in Iraq in 2003 and got worse and worse. And in 2005 we had to leave because of the war. I lost my father there. We were forced, some people were forced to leave their religion, their homes and everything, but we ran away basically with my family. We went to Syria for about 2 years and a half. We applied for my mom's family here sponsored us from Syria, and I came in 2007 to Canada. It was a negative experience from the war coming here, especially when the culture is very different. From every time I remember back home was more like well, it's a huge difference. Like here is more democracy. Here is like they respect your opinion. As a child, they respect you. So it's kind of hard to be put into adopt a new situation. So as a student, it's very difficult to for this transition to occur very safely, very easily from being from Middle East to Canada as a student and as a person.
Quirkus.
My parents decided to move from Iraq for the same reason that Sarah have mentioned, which is the war. In 2008, my parents have decided that there was no hope to stay here anymore in the country because there is no future for us. There is no hope that the case will come better anymore. And then they moved to Syria, where we stayed actually there for 3 years. It was a hard decision for us to move from a country where we raised there to a new country because sometimes it's hard to accept the fact that what you have built for years it's just lost in hours or in a matter of hours or in a matter of days. But we had no other options. Then Syria, we stayed there, as I said, for 3 years, and after that, one of my cousins here, actually my dad's cousin, he sponsored us to Canada, and we came in 2011 on April 13. It was a new opportunity here for me to come and work for my future because the main reason my parents leaving the country was more for us than them because they reached what they want, but they want us to have a better life where we can show our talents, show our opportunities to others, share with others, work with others, and live the good, the basic way of life. When you go to school, you're comfortable. You come back from it. There is no war. There is no bomb that can stop you from it. When you wanna need someone's help, there are government's help. There are social assistance help. There is someone who can help you when you are in need of it. But there it was hard for everyone to get the help, and this is why I believe everyone left the country because they want to see a better life and better opportunities for everyone, for every member actually of their family. And thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, as you can know that in Ukraine we have war with Russia, so if you have men over 18, they can take him to run as soldier. So I have elder brother, he is 19, and I have my father, he is 56 years old. So I don't know that they will in this war. So I came here to Canada 5 months ago, and yeah. And to be honest, I'm really happy that I'm here and it's in this country and everyone respect to each other. So,
Good. Thank you. So, Sarah, you're familiar with the ESL programs at Father Henry Carr. Tell us a little bit about how you felt the program may have helped you.
For the ESL program, it's an amazing program, but as a newcomer student, you don't know that. The first day I went to school, my teacher asked me to write the alphabets, and I felt I was humiliating because back home we studied English, and actually I studied English and French in Syria. So it was like, back home I was an A student, and coming here asking me to write the alphabet was like, I felt like it's degrading my standards, lowering my standards. But I felt uncomfortable. But as I went on with the program, my teacher, helped me step by step with the English language, helped me to understand the life here, lifestyle for here, the rules, the laws, the policies, the school policies, Canada in general, and the life, how to actually cope with the changes here, especially when you come from a country that's like opposite of what Canada is. Not in terms of, well, yeah, you can say it everything, but yeah. So here, it's okay if you say your opinion, and it's okay to speak with the others as not very far of the generation. It's okay to become friends with someone older than you. That was very different. So the ESL program is not just to help you study math, study English. It's not like, making it easier for you in terms of subject, but also in terms of life. It's a course that it's help you for the transition process, because as you come a newcomer here, it's like a baby, when a newborn. You need to be very careful, very passionate with this newborn. So the life won't be hard. When we came here, everybody suffered in psychologically, emotionally, financially. So ESL program is not like a school program only, but it's a lifestyle for the newcomers. They have to adopt. Because first, every newcomer student had this negative feeling. We thought the ESL program is very, it's like the lowest level of school studies in English and math and everything. But actually, it is just as regular as the other programs, because even in school they call ESL and they call the regular. So we thought we are the irregulars, we are the abnormals. So every time, but actually the teachers were very careful with us. So they helped me, reach my needs, my goals. And actually, I continued school because of my ESL teacher. I studied science because of my ESL science teacher. So they are there for you to build your life with you, because not because you're incapable of working or achieving your goals, just because it's very hard in the beginning. And everybody, there's a situation, a stage in life where you go through a phase where you difficulties. If you are 20s or 30s or 50s, maybe this phase was in our early teenager life, but for us, the teachers were very helpful. We appreciate this. Yeah, and they were like the ones I had the pleasure to meet. They were very qualified to be, and not everybody can be an ESL teacher. You have to be passionate. These qualities, they're like, I still call my ESL teacher as an angel. I always remember her that way because, it's like she saved my life when I wanted the help.
Yeah, I think ESL is like a head start where you can start building your future or building your dreams from, because ESL is where you can talk to your teachers about anything you face challenges. And like when you came to Canada as a newcomer and you were at the age of 15 to 18, you probably suffer from psychological problems because of wars, poverty, violence that you have seen in your back home. But the ASL is there for you to kind of like a treatment to help you go through your difficulties, go through your challenges. Because when you see other people around you who have similar suffering or similar situations like you will feel that you are not alone. You will feel that there are people like you who worked hard and they are right now adapted to the cultures and the system with the school. Since like ESL program is more than one level, and if you look at the forward level, you will see that those people one day were just like you, and they moved up. So like there is no problem with you moving up too with them. This is one thing. The other thing is that the teachers, as she mentioned, they're very helpful, cooperative, and qualified teachers. Like they know, just looking at you, they know like what you need and how they can help you, how they can cooperate with you through after-school help, library help, and through the different clubs that they they are after. And the third thing is ESL is a program where you can get the assistance for other courses. For example, if you have math, if you have science, and you need some time to express your knowledge, they know that you are in ESL. They give you time for it, and they always try to help you go through that so you can reach your goal. And this is what I have. This is what I have actually reached, because when I was in ESL, I wanted to go to biomedical science in New York University, and it was hard for me because first of all I needed English. But then I spoke with my teacher. I told her, I need English, and she helped me through. And I did the test. It's called the English proficiency test. It's called, I believe, yield. And I passed the test. And right now I'm a regular student who studies English just like others because of my ESL.
First of all, I didn't study English before. So when I came to Canada, I was really lost and scared. So when I came to high school, Father Henry Carr, and I learned about ESL program, I was like, oh, I'm so lucky. So I can study and I can be successful in the future, right? So I want to go to medical school, and it's really important to keep studying and studying ESL actually. Sorry, I'm so nervous.
It's okay. It's okay.
So you now in ESL they prepare to study for essay and stuff like this.
So, what extracurricular volunteer activities through the ESL program have benefited you?
So there is a great program called NOW program, which stands for Newcomers
Orientation.
Week. This program prepares students, newcomers, to adapt to the school. And also it's like everything I said about ESL, in just a mini program for 4 days. So when I came to Canada, we didn't have this program in school, but the second year, they brought the program. So yeah, so I applied as a peer leader, and I started working with the newcomers, but now as what? As a leader. I really liked it, not because, you can boss them around, or, but, yeah, maybe that one. But, yeah, but I loved it because now I can, minimize the fear, minimize the negative emotions they had in school. And I started talking to them and telling them stories about how I came, and why this is, why do we need to keep your education, and why do you need to keep your dreams high, and never lower your standards about, school. some students I know, they wanted to become lawyers, and they said, well, English is college or university is too hard, so they went for like hairstyling. And it's really hard when you give up on something you really, really want. So for this program, first day we just like touring around the school, and you talk to them and tell them what you should and you shouldn't do. And we have the agenda in school, but it's written in English. So it's really hard for newcomers to start reading the 60, 70 pages of the agenda in school and telling them you can do this. What the punishments for arriving late? But we started giving them these in different languages, or we started helping them, telling them what to do if they experience any difficulties in studies. And we were lucky because our settlement worker was from Middle East. She spoke Arabic, and it was really easy for us to direct students to her, or we could. When I found any difficulty, I went to her. So this program is an amazing program. I wish every school just even consider for a year and see the changes that for students, because now in school we have, like Mr. Pileggi mentioned, it's about 60% of the school. So now we're no longer minorities, or the students no longer minorities. Even if they're like 10 students, they should be recognized, because here the country recognizes even small amount of individuals or the group. So we need to acknowledge these people, and by helping them with programs, we volunteered in churches, we volunteered in schools, we even volunteered to clean. There's like Clean Toronto Day, whatever. For the Earth Day, we started telling the difference here, and incorporate all these changes and differences into the newcomers' lives. So it's really, really helpful to work. We had like a homework club. So after school, students who had difficulties in math, English, anything, they came to us. And I was a newcomer for third and fourth year, but I still could help the students. So I love science, and I helped them in science. One time my math teacher in another class came and knocked the door. I was in class, and she asked the teacher, said, "Can Sarah come please for 1 moment?" And she took me and she said, "This student does not understand this problem. Can you please help him solve the mathematical problem?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So it's really for us, it's like we worked, so as you become, go further in your studies, you become the leader, and we helped every individual in their homework and also in their social lives. We built small communities together, and it's really, really helpful.
Okay, thank you.
The two programs that I actually volunteered in are the NOW program, which Sarah was talking to you about. It basically talks about how they can prepare newcomers for the school system, education, careers, activities, club, how they can cooperate with others, work for others when they need assistance and help when they have to go and get it. The other program that I actually volunteered is the ESL Help After School. This program was mainly based on the students who actually arrived late after the NOW program was done. So they don't know a lot of things about the school and the school system, the education, and the way the school works. So they used to come there, and then we used to read them from there based on our teachers and based on the supervisor of our based on the settlement worker, which was Ms. Amal Abu Harga. She actually supervised both programs, and they are actually part of NOW, but they were planned to occur after the NOW program, so they can help students go through the challenges with languages, with other programs. Sometimes they need someone to translate for them when they go to the guidance counselors. They want to tell them that I want to be a pharmacist, I want to be an engineer. How can I get there? How can I go to university? How can I apply for this type of test? And they needed someone to help them with the course. And the main thing that I find there is that, like, how they can recognize the courses. This is applied, this is academic, this is how I can go, this is the path I have to go through in order to achieve my dreams or my goals.
Good. Okay.
And that was mainly like the main thing of NOW program and the ESL, which because it was like I feel that ESL program and NOW, they're like part of the same thing. Like one helps you, one prepares you for the school, and the other one helps you for the school.
Good. Thank you.
I'm also volunteer at the moment, and in nothing with some program with ESL, but I'm volunteer in downtown church and teaching children how to dance. So if I love dance, if I can give free help, why not? Like, we're all different and age and culture, but I like this in Canada that we're all different, but you can help each other, and I like this relationship. So
Good.
help each other.
Good. Just briefly tell us what you're doing now. Kwerkos alluded to it already, but just tell us where you're at.
So currently I'm a fourth year university student, doing double major biology and psychology, and I want to become a professor.
You can tell. You can do. Yeah. Say.
Okay.
Right.
So, I'll explain a bit. So right now I'm first year biomedical students at York University, and let's say just doing some researches on science stuff. Trying, like, I have an idea. I want to work on cancer research, and I'm just getting a head start with it. So maybe in the third year I will be researching something like that, so I can cure the people, because this is my main goal for going to science. I lost many people who were close to me because of cancer, and I don't lose anymore. I'm trying to.
Just. What grade are you in?
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. So I'm in high school, Father Henry Carnal, and I'm in grade 10, and it's really helpful ESL program, right? That you're not alone, and like we have 60% in our school in ESL program, so.
Good. Thank you. So, in conclusion, after listening to these eloquent students, I'm sure you'll agree that the rewards and satisfaction reaped by all ESL teachers are immeasurable. Not one day is routine. Each and every day in the ESL classroom presents its challenges, its surprises, its setbacks. Mostly, though, what surrounds ESL teachers is the incredible resilience and optimism which these students exemplify. Thank you for your kind attention.